feel like we've been on a pretty serious streak in regards to the videos for a little while now. So I decided let's mix it up. Let's have a little bit of fun. We haven't done anything with food in a while, so let's do something food-based. And I would say we eat for growth, for health, and for enjoyment. And today we're going purely for the enjoyment factor. So let's get started. I spent a bit of time as a cheesemonger, and during that time I made my fair share of cheese platters. I would not be exaggerating if I said it was in the hundreds upon hundreds of cheese platters, particularly around the holiday times, around Thanksgiving and Christmas, where I got dubbed as the meat man because I would literally spend hours on end slicing meats for the charcuterie boards. It was interesting. So I could tell you all about cheese platters. I can tell you how you should mix hard and soft cheeses. You should mix milks like cows, goat, sheep. You should cut things into different shapes so they all look different. It doesn't look like one big pile. You should mix things with jams and honeys because the sweetness of the jams and honeys pairs well with the cheeses that have a lack of their own sugars in them. Throw some nuts in there, some herbs, all like this fun stuff, right? But we're not going to talk about all that because I don't know what kind of cheeses you like, and it's we can go off on a tangent on that one. It's just way too big. So what I decided was I picked up some soppressata recently. I've been looking in my grocery store. They have a great little section over by the deli where they have kind of scraps and ends, right, of cheeses and meats and stuff like that. It's a great way to find stuff that's inexpensive. And you can, do other things. It's not the prettiest looking stuff, but if you're going to make a mac and cheese, it doesn't really matter what your cheese looks like. So I ended up buying this whole thing of soppressata, which is a cured meat, kind of along the lines of salami with peppercorns in it. So it's got like a little bit of that kick from the peppercorns in it. And it's really nice. So what I want to do today is I want to show you how to make a charcuterie floret for your cheese boards. If you're going out and you're going to a friend's house, you're hosting and you're gonna have people over and you're making a cheese board, rather than just putting the meat just out like everybody does, we're gonna make a little floret because it's super easy to make and it looks impressive and people are gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. So here's what we're gonna do. I have my meat here. I got my soppressata laid out. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a small glass, right? We don't want to get anything too big. You don't want like a pint glass because this thing will just, be ginormous. Champagne flutes work really, really well. I have my little beer glass here from the beer run a couple of years ago. So I'm going to be using this one. And here's what we're going to do. We're just going to start with the first piece and we're going to wrap it over the side of the glass. Right? And then we rotate the glass 180 degrees and we drop another one in. And then we turn the glass slightly and we drop another one in. And we just keep doing this. We keep overlapping and making sure we're not just putting the same pieces right on top of each other. Make sure that you're rotating your glass slightly after you put every piece on. So then this way you're overlapping everything. And filling it up. Try to make sure that you're pressing it against the glass to open it up so it doesn't get too tight in the middle. Give yourself a little bit more room. And we're just going to keep going around the glass and around the glass until either there's no more room in the glass, depending on how much meat you have, or until we run out of meat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that last piece that we have, and instead of folding it over the same way that we did all the other ones, there's a little hole in the middle. So what I like to do is I like to fold the piece in half and then roll it. And then I stick it into the hole to fill the hole, point side down, which I guess up, but when it's out, it'll be down. It'll make perfect sense if you just watch what I'm doing here. Just take that, shove that in, and then when you're done, just cup the entire thing, put your hand over the top, hold the whole thing, flip it over, and just pull the glass away. And then you can just put your little floret down on your cheese board and, just play around with it a little bit, make it look a little bit nicer. You'll see this one's actually, a little bit big. There's a lot of slices of meat on this one. So getting a smaller glass would probably have been better. But for this exercise, I wanted you to be able to see what I was doing. And that's it. This is the easiest thing in the world to make. You just saw how quickly that came together. It comes together like in, like a minute. And then you can put that in the middle of your cheese board and surround your cheese and your fruits and nuts and all that other great stuff. And you have a really impressive looking cheese board that everybody's just going to be amazed by. So there you go. There is a charcuterie floret for you. A nice and simple and easy thing to do that'll really make your cheese boards stand out. And for once, I'm just not being incredibly serious and talking about things that you're like, oh my God, Sean, what are you talking about? Why does everything got to be like this? Why does it all got to be doom and gloom, right? This is never doom and gloom. This is all supposed to be fun. Our health, we're supposed to take it seriously, but we're also supposed to have fun with it. So I hope you found this informative, and if you like this video, then please click the like button and share it with your friends and family. If you want to hear more of what I got to say, then subscribe, turn on notifications, find out when new videos are coming out, and leave me some comments down below. Have you ever done this before? Is this something that you've always wanted to try and never got around to, and now you're looking forward to doing it? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. So until we speak again, be well, be safe, and be kind to everybody.